Hey guys, welcome back to Music Talk with John. Today I'm doing a quick little thing here from Philippi Park in Safety Harbor, Florida. Up on the or near the Topabaga, hopefully I said that correctly, Indians mound, where they say it's like a burial mound over here, and they say it keeps the hurricanes from coming in to the bay and doing major damage. So I'm actually shooting from that, and I'll show you the mound back here behind me real quick. It's a nice day out here. We're actually getting a nice cold breeze coming in. So actually the reason for this video is CGCVINYLGUY is doing a contest. He's turning 60 on November 4th, and he put together a little contest where he wants you to name 6 albums that came out when you were 6 years old.
What I want to do is I want you to show 6 albums in your collection, and please do not repeat artists. Don't do like multiples of the same artist. Try to keep it all individual. I want you to show 6 albums that came out when you were 6 years old.
So for me, that would be 1978, and so there's some good albums from that time. So I'll go ahead and start you off here. I'm going to find a seat and we'll start with the first album. Okay, so I'm in a little shelter here, and let's see if this reverb sounds good on the recording. All right, so the first one I wanted to show you here was Darkness on the Edge of Town. This is Bruce Springsteen, obviously, and this came out June 2nd, 1978. So technically, I was 5, but I was born on June 3rd. So one day later, I was 6. So I figured this one was close enough to count. So this is Darkness on the Edge of Town. This is Bruce's 4th album. It's still highly regarded by critics and fans as for its mature artistic themes and the music and everything. So it's definitely a good Bruce album. I don't just name an album of Bruce's that really isn't good. I'd like you to try that, but sorry, I'm out of breath while I'm doing this. I'm walking around. At least it's nice and cool out. And the singles that were off of this album were Prove It All Night, Badlands, and The Promised Land, right? Yeah, The Promised Land. So that's my first one there. First album when I was 6 years old, technically 6. So the next one I have here is Some Girls by the Rolling Stones. It has that funky thing with their faces on it. And this came out June 9th, 1978. This was their 14th United Kingdom release and the 16th album to be released in the United States. And this was a time when the Stones' popularity was on a decline. Disco was ruling the airwaves. Punk rock music was starting to emerge. So they, I heard Mick kind of took over as far as the writing on this one and pushed it along. And this is actually the first album with Ronnie Wood as a full-fledged Rolling Stone. So the songs off of this are, there were singles, I should say, Miss You, Beast of Burden, Respectable, and Shattered. So there's my second one for 6 albums when I was 6. Third album I have for you here is Dire Straits' debut album, Dire Straits. And this came out June 9th, 1978. And it's well received by critics. A lot of people like their sound. Oh, can't see the back because I have the album in there. Right there. So it's well received by critics. And I don't know if their popularity started off right away, but it had the big hit, Sultans of Swing. And the other single off this was Water of Love. And Sultans of Swing is a song I'm learning to get used to, but Water of Love I took to right away. And this has the original lineup of Mark Knopfler on lead guitar and rhythm guitar, David Knopfler on rhythm guitar, John Ilsey on bass, and Patrick Withers on drums. So that's my third album for 6 albums when I was 6. Okay, so the 4th album I have here, trying to hold everything, I'm kind of like out in a little waterway. I don't know if you can see the water behind me. This is Blue Valentine by Tom Waits. Hold it up back there. And this came out September 5th, 1978. And it was his 6th album. And something cool I just learned about it is on the back cover there, the blonde right there is Ricky Lee Jones. He dated her for some time in the 70s. And she's the blonde right there on the back. So I always wondered what was up with that. I had no idea it was her. So I think there was only like one single that I noticed was released off of this album, and that was Somewhere. But it's a great album. It's Tom Waits, so you can't go wrong with a Tom Waits album. So that's my fourth entry for songs when I was 6 years old. All right, so the fifth album I have here, I keep going from high to low wherever I can put this tripod stand. So the fifth album I have for you here, this came out, was released October 21st. I'm not talking today. October 21st, 1978. This is Neil Young, Comes a Time. And this was his 9th album. And it features a lot of harmonies by Nicolette Larson. And she had a hit in the 70s off of Neil Young's song, a cover of his song, A Lot of Love. So if you pull that up, Nicolette Larson, A Lot of Love, you'll definitely recognize her version. And did he have I think that was on this one. Yeah, that was on this album. So she actually got into that and got his permission, I guess, and had her own hit single off of that song. So there's your back side of it. And the one single that I saw was released off of this was 4 Strong Winds. And it's just a solid Neil Young album. It gets a lot of critics like this and fan favorite. It's kind of back to his singer-songwriter. They refer to Harvest and that era of his songwriting. So that's number 5 of 6 songs when I was 6. 6 albums when I was 6. I'm gonna get this right somewhere. Okay, so this is the last one I have for you here. Album 6 of 6 for songs that came out when I was 6. That's not good, right? All those 6s right there. This is one of my favorite artists of all time, Billy Joel, and this is 52nd Street. And it came out the album was released October 11th, 1978. It was his 6th studio album. And Billy actually hired some jazz musicians for this album to kind of give him a different sound from the sound he had before in the previous albums, just kind of break things up a little bit. And he won 2 Grammys. And it was actually, fun fact I just came up with was it was among one of the 50 songs or titles to be released on CD for the first time on October 1st, 1982. And I had no idea CDs had been around that long, since 82. They were off my radar. Sorry, trying to get adjusted here. And 4 singles were released off of this: My Life, Big Shot, Until the Night, and Honesty. And there's your Tampa Bay right there. There's your Indian Mound behind you, protecting the waterways of Tampa Bay. And real quick, I'll just show you the album cover. So the version I have here, I have a couple different copies of 52nd Street, but the one I have here today is my Mo-Fi version. And even if it has a digital step, I don't care, it sounds good. So there's that. And this one was just like, most Billy Joel albums, just greatest hits, hit after hit on this, not one bad song. So that's what I have. So just wanted to say happy birthday to the CGC Vinyl Guy. Hopefully I just said your name correct. So your birthday coming up here in November. Hope you have a good birthday. And this is my entry for your contest. 6 albums that came out when I was 6 in 1978. So thanks for watching. Hit the like, leave a comment, and until next time, you guys enjoy your music. You take care out there. Bye.